there. Welcome. As you know, I am on the design team with Creating with Jovi, and she invited me to be a part of a collab this month. Today is my day. I'm actually going to have two parts. So I'm going to go a little bit faster with this part and try not to make it too long. But in this part of the video, I am going to create a no-sew journal using a macaroni and cheese Velveeta shells and cheese box. And so we're going to do that, no-sew. We're going to select the signatures from the Gothic Girls kit that is available from Creating with Jovi on her Etsy shop. I've linked that below. The collab is with Jovi, Scrapbooks and Memories with Jennifer, and Black Whisper Crafts with Bexx. And I'm very excited to be asked to be a part of it. I'm going to show you just part of the kit that I'm going to be using. And since my journal is going to be only about a 4x6, I am going to cut the papers down, and I've actually shrunk some of them from the PDF to 75% so that they will fit better in the journal. Since we're going to make it no-sew, which I learned from Paper Terrace, just giving a plug there, this particular kind of no-sew, we want to make sure it's just a little bit shorter so it doesn't affect the ribbons that are going to be holding it in. I know that's kind of abstract right now, but anyway, I am excited to participate, and I hope you'll check out the other 21 collaborators. I will have them all listed below, plus at the end there'll be a little graphic so you can see who all they are. Plus I've had it on my Instagram and on my Facebook if you want to check that out, or if you're friends with any of the others, I'm sure they'll be sharing it as well. All right, before I jump in and we get started, I want to share with you to check out the September 1st video on my channel where I'm doing a junk journal mystery box giveaway. I do share some of what's going to be in the mystery box, but the mystery is that there's going to be some other things added. So check it out, September 1st. Go over and enter if you want to, and let's jump in. As I mentioned, this is going to be a no-sew, so I'm going to use some eyelets and my crimping tool and put those in the spine to hold in the pages. The pages could be taken out if you want to, because we're just going to tie them in, and it's going to be really, really cute. So this is about 4x6. I'm going to trim that up, but I wanted you to see it's an actual Velveeta shells and macaroni box. That's what we're going to use for our base. These are my theme is the purple, and so we're going to use this purple gal and her mansion with the beautiful purple roses, and these papers are so pretty. And so I went ahead and double-sided printed some of them, and some of them I didn't. And so you can see how pretty, and sometimes and this one has pockets, so I'm going to set that aside. And sometimes my printer printed the page a little bit differently in kind of a mottled tone. I think that's okay, actually. And then not only am I going to use these pages, which are so pretty, and I'll show you some others. Now this is full-size printing versus the 75% that I printed, so that it'll fit in the journal better. I've got some black envelopes, so we're going to do black and purple. I've got paper bag, mulberry paper, some old vintage looking paper. I actually went in one of my old books that I buy at garage sales to look for junk journals, and there was some Gothic architecture pages, so I've got those. I've got Uno's score sheet. I've got some black pages, and then I've also got a few pages from my stash that I can add in that I thought might go. I don't know with the other side here, but we'll see. We'll see how many pages. I'm going to do 8 pages per signature, and we're going to do 3. So to get started, I'm going to trim down this Velveeta box. Okay, once you have your box trimmed, because this is basically a box, and this is, I cut a little bit, but it's going to be fine. I'm not going to cover it with anything but the fabric that I purchased for it, and that is this one. And it's just a basic fabric. It's kind of black with some mottled gray in there. And that's what I'm going to use for mine. So we're doing black and purple. All right, since my fabric has no particular design that needs to go a certain direction, I'm good to just lay that down. And basically just glue it like I do any of my other journals. Now, you can spread it with a brush if you like. But I always start with the spine, and I'm going to get this where I want it and press in, get it even, and then I'm going to put it all the way. And now you may ask, am I going to cover this? No, the fabric is dark that I'm using. If I was using a lighter fabric, I might need to. As you can see, you're not gonna be able to see Velveeta through there. All right, doesn't take long for my glue to dry. Now, so I see some that fold up, and I've tried it both ways, and it can work both ways, but I really don't like the extra that you can gap up, I guess. So I cut these corners. So now what I do is I just glue the top and the bottom first, and I pull them tight, and then I glue the outer sides. All right, and so the little journal will look like this, and I'm excited about this journal. I have to tell you, I'm so excited. All right, so there's a couple things that we're gonna do. I am not going to add a tassel for this journal because we're gonna have the outsides going to be decorated with ribbon to hold our signatures in. So we're not gonna do that part. I am gonna put a little lock on here because I'm calling this a secrets journal. So I have a little bit smaller one I'll use. So we're gonna use that and a couple of brads. All right, I pre-cut everything. I did cut this out with no white, basically. I can't fray this, so it's really good fabric, printable fabric. But I am gonna take some damson wine and hit these edges with some ink, and it is a purple color. You can't really see it. I tried the black on a different piece, and I like the purple best. All right, so we're gonna set that aside. Now, this is my journal. I have this piece cut from the table runner from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to adhere that on here. And then we're going to add some purple lace, cloth lace, and some black. So I've pre-cut those. And all I'm going to do is start in the middle. I like to fold it in half and start in the middle. And I'm just going to put a light bit of glue on here. All right, so there we have that. And then I'm going to add these purple and black lace pieces, and I'm thinking to add them here at the spine hinge and lay this one on top of that. So that looks really pretty to me. I'm gonna use this other one. That one's kind of needs some pressing. Now these laces I have picked up from Amazon or purchased from Amazon. So if you are interested in any of those, let me know, and I will put the link out here, but I didn't know if anybody would be looking for that or not. Now I'm gonna put this on the back. I'm not gonna put an image, so I may add another row of lace. We'll see. All right, so I did go ahead and add it to the end so that the purple lace can peek out from the back. I'm not going to put book corners on this side, but I will put the two here, I think. Now, I've been measuring and checking this out, and I think I'm going to put some purple lace with some black lace here, and then put her image glued on right here, sort of towards the bottom. I can put the lock here, and then, or the keyhole, and then I can put the title plate up at the top. So this is what it's going to look like, and all I'm doing is taking my awl. I'm just going to poke through this lace a little bit up from the bottom, just wherever you feel if you want that. And there's my little hole. I just put some glue just to kind of give some extra strength to my brads. That's going to look really good. I flip it over, and then I open the brad. I put a little glue on this side as well. All right, you can see my brads on the inside, and I've put them on all the corners of my front and back cover. And I think I'm going to go with that instead of the original idea of metal book corners, because I like that look, and it goes with everything. All right, so the only other thing that I want to add is this little keyhole, and I'm going to use little brads for that as well, and they will just sit in there like this. And so we'll just punch those holes in and then glue that in as well. All right, there we go. So the cover looks really good. I'm not going to put the holes for the signatures yet, because we're going to cover the inside. I have mat and layered. I started to glue it down. I don't want to glue it down yet. I'm going to put the black ribbon in here for the closure. So I need to put that down before I actually go ahead and glue the inside covers. I knew I was missing something. I'm thinking, what do I need to do next? Anyway, do you ever do that? So I'm just going to glue this down all the way from edge to edge in the middle. And this is just black, kind of a satin ribbon. It's just black. It'd be pretty. All right, now I'm ready to glue down the mat and layers. So we're just going to put glue all over the black. So I'm going to do black here, cover up all that work in the back. And then we're going to do the black on this side, edge to edge, and glue that down here. Then I have a piece for the spine, so I want to glue that down as well. And now all I'm doing is gluing on the panels, the decorative paper. All right, so here are the signatures. They're all ready to go, 8 sheets each, cut down to fit inside the journal. So I'll just show you. So they fit in there. And we're going to use ribbon and embroidery floss to adhere these, which they aren't really adhered. They'll be put into the journal. And we're going to use, I think this lace here is a little bit lighter purple, but I think it'll look really good. And I think the black would blend too much, so we have this black here. All right. So what you need is you're going to need to punch holes. So I'm going to get a white little chalk marker so that you can see where the holes punch. All right, I'm trying to put this where you can see it. I just kind of used a little graph paper, but it's hard to see. So basically I'm going to take my hole punch, and I need my smaller one, I think, because that's the size of the eyelets I have. And I'm just going to put it over that and punch it out. And I'm going to punch all 3 of them. And I have this one to use, so I'm going to put the purple one in the center. And I need 3 for each, top and bottom. All right, so I know this is kind of hard to see. I'm putting the purple one in the center. So I'm just gonna slide that in there and then make sure I'm on the 1/8 of an inch. All right, and then you just put your, hang on, and it seals that in there. All right, so I'm gonna do that to all of these. All right, so I've got all my eyelets in, and now we're ready to put the signatures in. So the first one we're gonna do is the middle. I'm gonna use a needle just because it'll be easier to see how to put the middle signature in, and then we're gonna use the embroidery floss. You can use wax thread or whatever it is that you like. Correct myself up. All right. All right, so the buttons are here. We're gonna flip it over. And now what we need is the signature for the center. So it doesn't matter to me which one goes in the center. So we'll just take, doesn't matter which way it goes. So we'll take this one. We're gonna tie it in with the embroidery floss. And we're just gonna leave it kind of long because you can actually take these signatures out to work on them if you want to. So let me move my buttons a little bit. And we're gonna tie this off really tight. Leave it long, then that way if you wanna take it out and everything, you can do that. All right, so then for your buttons, you can move them into place where you want them to be. And they look so cute. All right, and they will move. All right, so the next one is we're gonna use some lace, and I'm gonna cut this and then we'll put the other 2 signatures in. Okay, so we're gonna flip this over, and now we're going to put in the next signature, and it's gonna go here. And I'm just gonna take my ribbon and feed it through the holes, and I'm gonna end up tying it on the outside. Once you slip your signature through there, you're just gonna tie your lace or your ribbon. And I like the way that Jessica Paper Terrace did it. She tied one towards the top and one, the other one towards the bottom. So we're gonna do that, and let's make this bow a little smaller, and then we'll cut some off. And then you have your signature here, and you have this signature here, and then we're gonna do the one in the back the same way. All right, so the buttons and the ribbon is holding the signatures in. So cute. And then this is the cover, the ribbon closure, and then there are our signatures in our little journal. So if you want to, we can embellish this more. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. Go check out all the other collaborators. Also, check out part 2 of my journal series for this design team. Thank you so much for watching.